like nuclear science and all technology, has no conscience of its own. Whether it will become a force for good or ill depends on man. And only if the United States occupies a position of preeminence can we help decide whether this new ocean will be a sea of peace or a new terrifying theater of war. But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago? Why the Atlantic? Why did Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win the other two. But if I were to say, my fellow citizens, we shall send to the moon 240,000 miles away from the control station a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field, made of new metal alloys, some of which have not yet been invented, capable of standing heat and stresses several times more than have ever been experienced, fitted together with a precision better than the finest watch, carrying all the equipment needed for propulsion, guidance, control, communication, food, and survival on an untried mission to an unknown celestial body, and then return it safely to Earth, re-entering the atmosphere at speeds of over 25,000 miles per hour, causing speed about half that of the temperature of the sun, almost as hot as it is here today, and do all this, and do it right, and do it first, before this decade is out, then we must be bold. For knowledge and peace today, and therefore, as we just said, as it is the greatest invention on which man has ever embarked.
T-minus 60 seconds and counting. We passed T-minus 60. 55 seconds and counting. Neil Armstrong just reported back. It's been a real smooth countdown. We passed the 50-second mark. Power transfer is complete. We're on internal power with the launch vehicle at this time. 40 seconds away from the Apollo 11 liftoff. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Separation and the launch escape tower separation.
Houston, be advised the visual is go today.
190 miles downrange now, 72 miles high, velocity 11,000 feet per second. Downrange 530 miles, altitude 95 miles, velocity 17,358 feet per second.
11, this is Houston. You are go for staging.
Ground for 10 seconds.
Stand by for mode 4 capability.
Mode 4.
Mark, mode 4 capability.
TDQ 602 and ignition. And we have a good third stage now.
Apollo 11, this is Houston. You are go at 11.
We're predicting third stage shutdown at 11 minutes 42 seconds. Shutdown out of time.
Roger, shutdown, and we copy 101.4 by 103.6.
Coming up on 27,000 feet per second. Pretty good radar traction, both solid. Velocity 27,000 feet per second. 2.5 minutes into this burn. Still have another 3 minutes to go. And velocity exceeds 29,000 feet per second, building up towards 30,000 feet per second. Present altitude 150 miles per hour.
Houston, 3.5 minutes. You're still looking good. Your predicted cutoff is right on the mountain.
Velocity 32,000 feet per second, altitude 130 miles.
Apollo 11, Houston, we've got a show cutoff, and we copy the numbers in 62. Roger, 11, we'll pass that on, and it's going to look like you're rolling your way now. Last clear now, Mike, and we extend it to our dock. Well, it's true that we do not have the depth of color at this range that we enjoyed at 50,000 miles out. However, the oceans still are a definite blue, and the continents are generally brownish and gas, although it is true that they're tending more towards gray now than they were at the closer ranges. 11, you got a pretty big audience that's live in the U.S., that's going live to Japan, Western Europe, and much of South America. Everybody reports very good color. Appreciate the great show. 11, Houston, if that's not the Earth, we're in trouble. That's the Earth, and we have a very good view of it today. There are a few more cloud bands on than yesterday when we came down to you, but it's a beautiful sight. But in the field facility, there are a number of craters that are just barely discernible. Old craters. Outlines are just barely able to be seen. Roger, I think we can make them out. The color really enhances our ability to discern features and craters over what we see in real time on our black and white monitor. Right, at these low sun angles, there's no shades of brown. It's now returned to a very gray appearance, and like the acre says, it has a look of plastic past to it. Ability doesn't look very fertile to me. I don't know who named it. And just coming into the Terminator. At the Terminator, it's ashen gray. As you get farther away from the Terminator, it gets to be a lighter gray, and as you get closer to the sub-solar point, you can definitely see browns and tans in the ground. According to Apollo 11 observation. Roger 11, we're recording your comments for posterity. This is Apollo Control. That separation maneuver was performed as scheduled. In the land module, a delta D of about 2.5 feet per second. Which should give a separation to the two vehicles of about 1,100 feet at the beginning of the descent orbit insertion maneuver. Roger, Eagle, contact. Roger, how does it look? Eagle has wings. Roger. This is Apollo Control at 101 hours, 35 minutes. We're now less than 1 minute from the scheduled time for the descent orbit insertion maneuver to be performed by the lunar module on the backside of the North. Of course, we don't have radio contact with the spacecraft. Mission control here, where normally maneuvers of that sort would be monitored on flight boards in front. We have the board set up, and therefore the hour's descent. That will occur about 1/2 route from now, over landing site 1. Flight controllers standing around in little groups, Not much that we can do at this point until reacquiring the spacecraft. We're now 20 minutes, or 20 seconds rather, from ignition on the descent orbit insertion. That will be a 29.8 second burn of the 9,800-pound thrust descent propulsion system.
Roger, you're a go. You go to continue power descent. You're a go to continue power descent.
Altitude 40,000.
And Eagle Houston, we got data dropout. You're still looking good.
Good radar data. Altitude now 33,500 feet. Altitude now 21,000 feet. Still looking very good. 7 minutes, 30 seconds into the burn. Altitude 13,005. Final says we're go. Altitude 9,200 feet.
30, you're looking great.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. Altitude 4,200.
Houston, you're a go for landing, over.
Roger, understand. Go for landing. 3,000 feet.
Put out alarm.
1201.
1201. Roger, 1201 alarm. We're go. Same time. We're go.
2,000 feet. 2,000 feet. 47 degrees.
Roger.
47 degrees.
Eagle looking great. You're go.
Altitude 15 forward. 7 forward. Come down nicely. 200 feet. 4.5 down. 5.5 down. 5.5 down. 9 forward. 600 feet. 100 feet. 3.5 down. 9 forward. 5%. 185. 875 feet. Right looking good. Down a half. 6 forward. 60 seconds. Lights on. 6. Down 2.5. Forward. Forward. 40 feet down 2.5. Picking up some dust. 50 feet, 2.5 down. Straight shadow. 4 forward. 4 forward. Drift into the right a little. 6. Down a half.
30 seconds.
Forward. 6. 8. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. ACA at a descent. Both control, both autos. Engine command override off. Engine arm off. 413 is in.
We got to get down, Eagle.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. We got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Very smooth touchdown.
Roger, we reached the 5 Aquila. He has landed. Tranquility Base. Eagle is at Tranquility. Over. Yeah, I heard the whole thing.
Well, good show. Houston, coming in seems like a very last final phase. The auto president was taking us right into a football field-sized crater with a large number of big boulders and rocks for about 1 or 2 crater diameters around it. And it required us on the 266 and flying manually over the rock field to find a reasonably good area.
Roger, we copy. It was beautiful from here. Tranquility, over.
It's like a collection of just about every variety of shape, angularity, granularity, and every variety of rock you could find. The color is, well, it varies pretty much depending on how you're looking relative to the zero phase point. There doesn't appear to be too much of a general color at all. However, it looks as though some of the rocks and boulders, of which there are quite a few in the near area, looks as though they're going to have some interesting color to them. Over.
Roger, copy. Right, Tranquility. Be advised there are lots of smiling faces in this room and all over the world. Over.
Two up there.
Beautiful job, guys. And don't forget one in the command module.
north from Mike Collins at an altitude of 60 miles. The comment on the landing on the manual takeover came from Neil Armstrong. Buzz Aldrin followed that with a description of the lunar surface and the rocks and boulders that they're able to see out the window of the LEM.
Roger, Tranquility Base, it sure sounded great from up here. You guys did a fantastic job.
Thank you. Just keep that orbiting base ready for us up there now.
Will do.
Okay, can you pull the door open a little more? Right.
Everything good for me, Tom?
I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to step off the LEM now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Bill is now unveiling the plaque that is...
We'll read the plaque that's on the front landing gear of this LEM. There's two hemispheres, one showing each of the two hemispheres of Earth. Underneath is the two men from the planet Earth. First step foot upon the moon, July 1969, AD. It came in peace for all mankind. It has the crew member's signatures and the signature of the President of the United States. I believe they're setting up the flag now. Oh, it's beautiful, Mike. It really is. Yes, indeed. They got the flag up now. You can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface.
up now. You can see the stars and stripes on the lunar surface. Beautiful, just beautiful.
Neil and Buzz, the President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over. That would be an honor. Go ahead, Mr. President. This is Houston out.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call I've ever made. I just can't tell you how proud we all are of what you do. For every American, this has to be the proudest day of our lives. And for people all over the world, I am sure they too join in the recognizing this is. Because of what you have done, the heavens have become a part of man's work. And as you talk to us from the sea of tranquility, it inspires us to redouble our efforts to bring peace and tranquility to Earth. For one priceless moment in the whole history of man, all the people on this earth are truly one. One in their pride in what you have done, and one in our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
Frank Borman says you're a little younger by reason of having going into space. Well, I'm younger than Frank Borman. I was thinking, as you know, as you came down, and we knew it was a success, and it had only been 8 days, just a week, a long week, that this is the greatest week in the history of the world since the creation. Because as a result of what happened in this week, the world is bigger, infinitely, and also as a result of what you've done, the world's never been closer together before. And we just thank you for that, and I only hope that as a result of what you've done, we can do our job a little better. We can reach for the stars just as you have reached so far from the stars.